Hey everybody, welcome back to Cartoon Reacts. I'm John, this is Dono, and we are gonna watch the Bugs Bunny at the Barber of Seville.
Well,
And assuming I'm pronouncing that right,
it's Rabbit of
and
Seville.
Seville, that's how you
Ra
pronounce it.
uh,
Mine was like Seville.
yeah, it's Rabbit, because Barber, I think that's the original opera, but this one
Okay,
is Rabbit.
all right. And
Yeah,
then, yeah, and you said this one came out in 1959
yeah,
or
1950. 1950 is a really
59?
old one. Like, it's what,
Yeah,
73 years ago. It's quite old.
I can't remember. Is this the one where, or maybe I'm thinking of like a Tom and Jerry one? Because I know there was a Tom and Jerry one where it's like Figaro, Figaro. But does this one also have like the Figaro one, or is
I think the last time
because
I
this
saw
one's kind
this
of like
one,
a like singing?
yeah, it's one of the many that are singing operas and all of that.
Hmm.
The last time I saw this one, I'm almost sure I was about 8 years old. So I remember that it was Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd
Hmm.
on a barber shop,
Okay.
but I don't remember if it had voice or only lyrics. So
Yeah, I can't remember. Like visually, I can picture it. Musically, I can't. And because whenever I think of the Elmer Fudd Bugs Bunny, I always think of like that "Kill the Wabbit,
oh
Kill the
yeah,
Wabbit."
yeah,
That's the only one I
yeah,
can think of.
that's a good one. Yeah,
Like the Battle of the Valkyrie or something like that.
yeah, that's a Valkyrie. Yeah, yeah.
But other than that, we have our Patreon that you can check out and join if you wish. It will help support the channel, and you'll also get to view the entire show of us watching it, and feel like you have some company watching it. If you watch YouTube, it'll probably be a chopped up mess to avoid copyrights, and it'll be a lot shorter, easier to digest, and definitely. Doing this little cartoon reacts is definitely helping me and Tono burst outside of our bubbles and show some more emotion into our lives. So
Yeah,
it's another journey we'll get to watch as we become more expressive,
yeah.
hopefully. And also, let's see, we got some plenty of YouTube content out so far that we started around October, so we have a lot of Halloween specials that you can watch. And I know that this upcoming week, I know that there's one point where we'll have a little break just because of the holidays and we were very busy at work and such. So you can use that downtime if you wish to check out the older content. Other than that, I'm ready to watch. I don't know what you have any comments or anything else.
No, yeah. Let's just watch it. It might be a known short. It might be a lot of people who don't know this short, mostly the younger
Mhm.
generations. So yeah, we're gonna watch right now Rabbit of Seville. So,
This is like an iconic tune.
yeah, I've always liked hearing it. I stay a lot. Oh yeah, Looney Tunes.
Yeah, you know it's on. You know things are about to get wacky.
This is one of many that is only Mel Blanc doing voices because
Hmm.
Elmer works only him. So, is it Barber of Seville? Oh yeah, I just heard Ferrero.
Do you remember that cartoon like music video done to Fudge Fud about like you're singing about grilled cheese? It's like grilled
How
cheese.
I think
do?
I do.
Welcome to my
I
shop.
don't remember
Let me
this
cut
one.
your mop. Let me shave your crop. Dainty.
There's something about cartoons and like musical like type things that just go well together.
It's perfect because the sound is kind of
Because obviously they like took what's like silly symphonies. I think they obviously took it to a new like more funnier level.
yeah more out of this world. Something we
Like the
cannot
other one
do
was,
as humans.
yeah, I feel like Silly Symphonies was a little bit more artsy. This one's more just like, I don't know, like satirical and just witty.
And it has a lot of comedy, very comedy.
Bugs Bunny's a menace. My parents were a barber and a hairdresser growing up. And they used to have the chairs like that. Me and my siblings would always like want to sit on them.
Yeah, some kids like, oh yeah, it's sure.
Yeah, it's like a ride.
Were there those kind of chairs like cars and those stuff? Because when I was growing up, those chairs didn't exist. When I was so grown, that's when they showed up. I didn't have those when I was little.
An artist at work.
Yeah. I always thought that the concrete looked weird, but at the same time it made sense that it didn't break his face. I was like,
Yeah. I thought I was gonna pull out a bigger axe.
Yeah. Next.
There was a band though, um, from the like the '60s. I think it was called like, it was either the band or the. No, I think the band was called the Blue Magoos. I think the album was called, could have been Electric Lollipop, but they did like a little cover of the Looney Tunes, like do-do-do-do-do, woo, woo.
Okay. Yeah. See if I can find.
That's like iconic.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at that. These little wisps.
Yeah, the
Wispy.
headset.
Definitely need a haircut. Maybe I'll come next episode. I'll be rocking different do.
Yeah, I also need to cut my hair, but I might do it later on, like in 1-2 weeks maybe, because it's not a good weather right now. So yeah, I take advantage of having some hair.
Yeah, but honestly, I thought it was hilarious when so, but even like the imagery, because like I definitely remember that, like, you know, like Bugs Bunny just like massaging the head, like. But even like I feel like I see like weird like TikToks these days of like barbers doing like weird things, like, you know, like lathering like entire like shaving cream all over their head, and it just reminds me of the Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, no. They were ahead of their time, and mostly because as far as I know, they didn't make the cartoons and then add the music, but they worked with the music. They were creating what they wanted it to happen. So it was like,
Oh, okay.
what do you do here? Let's do this. And I have not seen the Barber of Seville, practically any opera. I've never seen them because we don't have opera in my country.
Good start,
But
man. Looney Tunes opera.
yeah, but yeah, I think it was accurate to one of the acts, because if you see, there was a Bugs Bunny was like the other woman, and then they get married and that kind of things. So
Mm-hmm.
and
It's funny because I think. No, you can finish.
No.
Sorry about that.
And it ended
I was
with
just
the
kidding.
acting.
This has to do with your comment about like not having operas in Guatemala. Like over here, I feel like operas, they're definitely still a thing, and I feel like my only introduction to operas is actually kind of like through Looney Tunes or like Tom and Jerry, like in terms of like music. Other than that, like if you watch more like family sitcoms from like the 90s or such. It was always kind of like, like if you watched The Nanny, like it's kind of like an upper class thing, or even like a lot of like old or shows that just take place like, oh, I'm going to the opera. Obviously, it was more of a status thing back in the day. I'm sure it still is kind of. I've never personally been into or seen an opera. I mean, I've seen videos of opera singers, and I give them much credit because obviously they can do a lot of cool things with their voice. But I don't know. Maybe one day I'll see an opera. I just don't know much about them. I don't know if Phantom of the Megaplex counts as an opera.
I think so. Yeah, I have two friends who are opera singers. One of them is like a maestro. He lives in Mexico because he's Mexican. And another one, he lives in Europe. He married a French opera singer as well. And I only know that in Europe, opera is as common as movie theaters here.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's more common around there. But
I guess people around. I was gonna say, I think people more around here are more into like musicals, which I guess is just a more like contemporary opera. Like more modern pop culture, poppy songs. Numbers.
Yeah. Mostly because Broadway. So yeah.
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 I've actually never. I don't know if like Broadway is just a broad term for just like seeing a play in like a Broadway musical or something that was produced on Broadway. I know Corey, for my birthday, she took me to the Aladdin musical, which was good, and I think that's about pretty much the only musicaling I've done in my life. But I did enjoy it.
Yeah, no, I know they're good. Like the ones I've been able to watch, I usually watch them on the let's say Hamilton. There's the Disney Plus version that they recorded it, so it will be visible for everyone around the world. That's the one I want to see because it's not like I can just go to the US all the time just to see a Broadway show. And even
I heard that one's good live.
Yeah, and even if they bring them here, they become too expensive. So that's one of the reasons why we don't have much of those things here. So yeah, many musicals I've watched a few things and I'm like, oh yeah, I like that, but it's not something I have access to. So
yeah, there was some wild ones in the past. I remember there was like a Spider-Man one. I think it was like Spider-Man After Dark or something like that.
Yeah, Spider-Man After Dark, something like that. But it had so many issues. I know that about 7 actors got hurt because they were trying many things. The songs.
Yeah, too many pulley systems.
I know that the songs were not bad, but kind of the script and the suits, it was like everyone, since before it came out, people were like, it's gonna fail, and it failed. So it was like, it was bad.
It's called Turn Off the Dark.
Oh, Turn Off the Dark, yeah. I know it was bad. Like, they tried too much, but because it was the superhero craze, so they were like, oh, we can get the rights, but it's what happens many times, that some people, because they see that there's something that becomes a fashion, they want to milk it and it goes bad. So yeah, that's what I know of it. It was like,
I've definitely seen like plays that I have wanted to see, or sometimes I've seen things that like actors that I like will do like little Broadway runs for stuff. Like I know that, I think, like say if it was like Elijah Wood or something, like he's in a play, and like the only way you can see it, obviously because they're not going to film it, is like to go see it. So there's times where I'm just like, oh, like maybe I should have went to go see that, or maybe I should be less afraid of traveling outside of my comfort zone to go into the city and watching a musical.
Even Daniel Radcliffe, his first musical was before Harry Potter ended. So he's been on shows. Right now, he's on another Broadway show, as far as I know,
Hmm.
and people filled it in because it's done at Radcliffe. But it makes other people to go and see musicals. So it's like, yeah, it helps a lot
Yeah.
that famous people are also on Broadway, because I know that many people who are on Broadway, they always see movies as a lower form. Because I know,
Hmm.
I don't remember his name. I'm blanking out, but the actor who was Severus Snape, I really don't remember his name. The thing is that
Oh,
he was
Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman. He was on Broadway when he got
Yeah, a
offered
lot
Die
of those.
Hard.
I feel like a lot of respectable actors, their main love has always been like Broadway or like the
Yeah,
theater,
the stage.
especially like like Patrick Stewart or like Ian McKellen
Yeah, they're
or
full of Shakespeare.
what's the guy? Can't think of his name right now.
Which guy?
On and it might be
Oh,
freezing on my end.
yeah.
But anyways,
I forgot his name as well. He was great. He did so many things. Do you know that he even played in a heavy rock band?
yeah, I feel like it's Christopher Lee. I think that's
Oh,
his
Christopher Lee. Yeah,
name. Just
yeah,
like double check. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, Christopher Lee. Yeah,
But I feel like a lot of like actors that I find out like after like I'm like, oh, they always wanted to do Broadway, or Broadway is what got them into wanting to be an actor.
yeah, and
But like,
mostly that's where they start, and that's where their agents can be like, oh, you want to see my actor, so can you go to see his play, and you will see how
like
good
scouting,
he is.
yeah, that's good.
Yeah, because it was better than doing auditions. Because if they make auditions, they'll go for something specific. But if they want to see something finished, it's like, go to the play. You're gonna see how good he can be or she can be. So it was like, yeah, that's why Alan Rickman got Die Hard, because someone told, I don't know who, he was like, you should
Galaxy
see this
Quest.
guy. Oh yeah, Galaxy Quest. And he used a lot
There
of
was
Broadway there. His character was all Broadway, and like, I'm an actor.
Yeah, carried himself, an actor. I think the last musical I seen, in terms of just like obviously, like I said, the last like play one, obviously like live that I seen was the Aladdin one, the only one pretty much. But like in terms of like a like a TV Netflix thing was the Click Click Boom with Andrew Garfield doing who's like portraying the guy that made the musical like Rent and such like that.
Yeah,
I forgot his name. I think it's
Rent.
like John something. But yeah, it was a really good movie.
Yeah. After that, the other one I saw was Matilda, because I haven't seen the musical at all. And this one that Netflix made, it was based on the musical, and I was like, oh, it's good, because I always wanted to see. Of course, it's not the same as the movie, but yeah, it was good. I was like, yeah, I like that, so let's watch it.
I don't think I've seen the movie Matilda. I know, at least I think we're talking about the same one. But I remember the actress, like growing up, she was in a lot of things. Like I think like Miracle on 34th Street and
yeah, Mara Wilson.
But,
yeah, the movie Mara Wilson.
Did
Danny DeVito.
Was that movie a musical, Matilda?
No. It was just a movie. It was
just a movie. Okay.
Yeah, it was just a movie. The latest one is the one based on the musical that is on Broadway. So that one is a musical. But yeah, the original one is not, because it was Mara Wilson, Danny DeVito, Rhea Perlman. So yeah, not musical people.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And in terms of, I guess, maybe like the first musical maybe I was introduced to was probably, I don't know if any of the Muppet movies count, but no, probably Annie. I feel like my sister watched Annie a lot.
Oh yeah. Oh, Annie was happened a lot on the original one, like what 1960, I think, is the first Annie, the one I'm assuming your sister watched. Yeah,
Yeah.
they happen to show it a lot on TV, so I saw it a lot, and mostly because that Annie is not that rough for children. Because if you compare Annie and Oliver Twist,
Mm-hmm.
Oliver Twist is really dark. It's a lot of death.
Yeah,
All of that.
that was one I've never really seen. I just remember seeing trailers for it, or maybe I think in middle, or maybe when I was younger, I feel like they played a part of it. Because I feel like I've been exposed to a few. Obviously, like my parents like watch Grease. I saw the Jersey Boy. I thought the Jersey Boys was really good. I remember for the longest time, everyone was when they were like kids were like theater kids from my school, where it was like, oh, you should see Jersey Boys. You should see Jersey Boys. You'd like it. And then they made the movie of it. And it was good.
Yeah.
And
I saw Jersey Boys. Like,
oh, and then
year
Fiddler
ago.
on the Roof.
Oh,
I got shown
Fiddler.
that in high school.
Yeah, I had a girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, and her grandpa was like, "Have you seen Fiddler on the Roof?" I was like, "No, I have not." So he loaned me his copy,
Yeah.
his DVD, and he told me watch it. I watched it, and I was like, "Oh, it's good." It's good. So I was like, "Yeah." That's why.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I like musicals. I like jukebox movies. I like a lot of things like, yeah. But yeah, and that's what we're talking about. I've seen Oliver Twist, like a musical, but it was during one of
Every
my-
once in a while, I get the song stuck in my head. There's like one where it's like,
Yeah,
and then I've been to a.
Mhm.
Did your school ever do plays? Like if you went to like
No,
high school
no.
plays? Or...
No, that's not.
Oh.
That's something that doesn't happen here. If we have plays, it's only plays for the class itself, or maybe only the school. But it's really short. Like it's almost nothing. Like it's not something that happens here. That's why we don't
Okay.
have that many actors. But I have a cousins who went to an American school, which was all the American system, like from their summer was their vacation and all of that. They had a teacher who was like, "We're gonna do Oliver Twist," and they did Oliver Twist, and it was only one function on one of the theaters that we had at the city, not the school theater, but the city theater, and yeah, it was really good. Like it was full on Oliver Twist musical. That's when I was like, okay, this is the kind of theater I want to see, because in my country I don't like the theater that we have. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's not good. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, this is good. And yeah, that's practically the only live musical I've seen. And they were all school kids, like from maybe 9 to 18 years old. But that's the only thing that I've seen some musical here.
Oh wow! All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that our schools would set up where, if you were in the theater club, they do like their. I think it was like fall, winter production, and they had their spring musical. So I remember seeing, I think my school put on like Guys and Dolls. They did it's a Christmas one. It's like a staple Christmas one. I can't even remember.
Is it the
It's like
Ebenezer
every
Scrooge?
time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings.
Oh, It's a Wonderful
No,
Life.
they didn't do Wonderful Life. That's it. Thank you. And yeah, I think they did that. Fiddler on the Roof. And I think those are the only ones I went to. And then I went to because there was like a couple high schools in my area, but I remember going to see my friends do they did Grease at their school. So
Yeah, many Grease.
other than that, I'm all musicaled out. I got no more musical stories. I don't.
Yeah, we run on musicals. If you want to see a lot of musicals, on Disney Plus, there's a show. It was only one season called Encore. It was they were going with to schools, but let's say that there was a school that they had Greece like 20 years ago, and what they did is that they grabbed the same people who did the play at that time, now all grown up, all parents, and they gave them the money and
That's
everything,
hilarious.
so they can have the suits, the backgrounds, everything, and they will do it again, and they will invite the people
That's
once they
funny.
were done. Like it was good. Unfortunately, it was only one season, like 10 episodes, but it was good because I think they had the Grease, they had Oliver Twist. Trying to remember, but yeah, it had very some classics, some not much remember classics. So yeah, it's quite good. You might want to watch it because it was Kristen Wiig. No, Kristen Wiig. No, the one that from Frozen, Princess Anna.
Kristen Bell.
Kristen Bell. Yeah, she's the host and the one that pulls it all together practically. So
Okay.
yeah, you might want to watch it. But yeah, well,
That's good.
that's it. That's
Yeah,
it
I'll have to check that out.
That's it for now. This was the Rabbit of
Yeah.
Seville.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for watching, and as always, we have our Patreon. You can subscribe to our
Yeah.
channel. We have YouTube. We hope you like it, and if you want something else, just let us know what you want. And yeah, that's it for today. So we'll see you guys later. Yeah. Bye.
Yeah. Take care.